To me, it's like a Ninja Warrior, but for cheerleading. They've created like this lane for this pro cheer, and it's just so fun. Like, it's so fun to see these kids acclimate and try these new skills. It's just not your typical cheerleading. So you're hiring for the position. Can you land on this little spot and get 100 every single time you land on it? You know, and they're doing that. People that are not cheerleaders, like, it's gonna be huge for sure.
This is Miami Metal.
We've got Coach Jose here from Miami Metal. You've got a long history of Top Gun under your belt. We're here where you train and coach. Starting off with, tell me a little bit about your cheer background. I know you just came off with a clean sweep of Worlds for Top Gun. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And tell me where it all started for you.
It started in '96, actually, when I was following my brother's dreams. I just decided to do cheerleading, and you know, I was an alternate for my first 2 years, and after that, I decided I would always be the best one on my team, and then before you know it, I just became a coach, and also followed in my brother's footsteps, and that's where I've never really worked a real job in my life. This is just cheerleading.
We love cheerleading.
We love cheerleading.
And you said you followed your brother's footsteps. So what did that look like? I remember you telling me you kind of moved down here from New York with your mom, and then he started, and then you wanted to join.
Yeah, he actually learned how to do backflips from watching the Power Rangers, if you're familiar with that,
Mhm.
and then he decided that he wanted to do cheerleading, and then, um he was here on the team, and I was just like the little brother in the background jumping around on the trampoline, and then I was like, "I wanna do it, mom," and then she put me on the first, Top Gun Junior team, coached by Ernie Valdez. He's kind of big in the cheer industry as well. Ironically, I ended up doing his choreography years later but I ended up being on his team, and then the boy that I went against, they only could take 1 boy on the team, there's 2 of us, and I had a round off, he had a double, so of course they were gonna take him to compete, and then I ended up just, finishing out that season, and then the next season, I tried out for TGLC, and then didn't make the first part of the year, and then right before the first competition, then they decided that one of the boys had a really bad attitude, and they put me on the team right then.
And we talked before this, you said you kind of learned a big lesson about being an alternate during that time and just the perspective of an athlete. What was something that you learned?
You know, just to make sure you were always the best one. A lot of people nowadays, they take it in a negative tone instead of letting it use them as motivation, like motivating them. It really motivated me. I never even looked at it in a negative way at all. I just worked my tail off until I was the best one on the team. And I went from having a round off 1 year to trying out the following season with a full.
Mhm.
So I was like, I was already on the up, on the up.
And so cool that you got into cheerleading from your brother, your big brother, who went off coaching steel in Georgia, which is so amazing. And just tell me more about that relationship and kind of his accolades in the cheer world.
He didn't coach steel. He coached smoke.
Oh,
He
smoke.
coached Smoke for years at Stingrays. It was great. Watching my brother chase his dreams, you know, it was sad for me and my family to lose him to go over there, you know, and then he went over there for a couple years, and then he came back over here. We pulled him back up to Miami. But I mean, he ended up passing away about a year and a half ago, unfortunately. But I mean, we're pushing through.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
Thank you.
What kind of life lessons or perspective has that given you and that you've gained?
I mean, I wouldn't know about life lessons. I would just say, oh, I don't know. Life goes by really quick, you know? So it's really important to really try to establish the friendships and the relationships that you have on the team. And a lot of people are doing that here in cheerleading. But we try to create a really good atmosphere in our gym that, you know, people can look back on these memories and realize it's always bigger than the win.
Mhm.
Luckily, we win as well, but we just really train the athletes just to be the best humans they could possibly be on the floor and with their teammates.
Mhm. And we both know a lot about the cheer world.
Yes.
As I previously cheered, you've been in it for years, and we just talked about just how much of a safe place the cheer
Oh,
gym
yeah.
becomes for these cheerleaders and just how they can come here, decompress. A lot of them come from broken stories, things that happen to them, and, coaches take them in and nurture them and parent them sometimes. Cheer just becomes such a safe place
Yeah.
for us. And that cheer was also a safe place for your brother. What's just one like sentence that you kind of want to tie in the love you have for cheerleading and the love you have for your brother?
Oof. So the grass isn't always green on the other side. He went over there thinking that he would find something better than here, not realizing this is where his home was, and in my mind, he should have never left. But that was a lesson that I learned as well, because I've always been loyal to this gym since '96, and I will never leave because these people are like my family. They are Victor and Kristen, the owners of Top Gun, are my mom and dad. Obviously, my mom is alive and with us, and she's amazing, but Kristen is definitely a second mother to me. Victor is like a father to me, the father I never had. So, I mean, that's one thing that always kind of just hurt me the most that my brother left, because he was looking for something better. But I always, after he passed, it was just like he should have never left. It was just the grass is always green on the other side. That's the only thing I can think of that comes to mind for him.
And what's one message that you would send out to all cheerleaders that go off to different colleges, different programs, and just advice that you would give them for just staying focused?
I mean, just get in the gym. Don't get acclimated to the city that you're in. Don't get involved in crazy stuff. Like just have like go in there and train. Don't be in a rush to get old so quickly. You have so much time to do that. So, go out there and you live your youth, live your youth, but at the same time healthy, and just go out there and train
Mhm.
and stay in the gym and work.
So you grew up in this gym. This is
I did.
literally your home. And now you get to kick start the first pro cheer league in the exact gym that you grew up in and you coach in your whole life. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That is so huge. This is a big monumental moment for the cheer world
It really
for
is.
there to be a pro cheer league. So this is actually a league where cheerleaders are able to get paid
Mhm.
to perform and to compete at different levels and events. You had said that this is completely different coaching than
Oh yeah.
traditional all-star cheerleading. It's been a lot of strategy, a lot of communication. Tell me what it's been like just being a part of this new chapter of cheerleading.
I have loved it. It's been super fun for us. I mean, just having to figure out and communicate with the athletes, it's just a different route. It's not like you get to go up there and train for a 2 minute and 30-second routine. To me, it's like a Ninja Warrior, but for cheerleading.
Mhm.
And that's exciting for me. And there's no definition that really comes with professional cheerleading. So they've created like this lane, which I call the Ninja Warrior lane. They've created like this lane for this pro cheer, and it's just so fun. Like it's so fun to see these kids acclimate and try these new skills, and we're all working together to try to figure out like the little games here and there. But it's fun. It's a lot of fun for us.
And how did you get approached to be the Miami Metal cheer coach?
I've just invested a lot of time into this gym, and when Coach Kristen and Victor got presented with the opportunity, they said that I was the first person they thought of. So
And do you remember when you first heard about the pro league and what was kind of the talks about it when you first heard about it?
yeah,
What was kind of the
I was
vision?
I we had no clue what was going on.
You were
No
like,
clue.
"Okay, a pro cheer league."
Yeah,
Okay.
we there it was like pro cheerleading, then they said they were gonna get us on some, calls, like, Zooms.
Okay.
So we got on some Zooms weekly, and
Mhm.
then they kinda, like, were kind of informing us. It was a learning process for all 4 locations,
Mhm.
all franchises, sorry, all 4 franchises, and we all had to figure it out together. It was awesome, though, like, I can't wait to do it again. Season 2, season 3, here we go. I'm so excited.
And Miami Metal's, like, dominating in this PCL right now.
Yeah,
So, I mean, you guys are known for your flash pyramid,
we are.
known for the bullseye a bit. Corey Little had a bullseye with the Miami Metal.
Mhm.
So take me through some of the different events, how it's judged, and kinda, like, how do you win?
Well, one of them, like you said, is a flash pyramid. A lot of it just had to do with us communicating with each other and seeing what worked and didn't. We also did like little tryouts for little section for like if who's going to do this skill, who's better at this skill, and we just kind of broke it down. Same thing with the bullseye, it's just not your typical cheerleading. So we're literally just trying out, not really trying out, you're hiring for the position. So that's how a lot of people are going to be doing it now. Instead of being like, can you hit a 2-minute, 30-second routine versus can you land on this little spot and get 100 every single time you land on it?
It's a different type
It's a
of
total different thing. Yeah.
strategy. And growing up in the cheer world, going to cheer competitions and everything, what was it like going to your first pro cheer match?
Oh my God. So elevating.
Yeah?
So elevating.
And what was kind of the differences?
Oh, it was great. The energy in the room, the way we were with our competitors, it was just so healthy. Of course everybody wants to win, but they all just became so close because they're all like in it for the same reasons, you know? Uh, that to me was my favorite part of the Pro Cheer is watching all of our teams just really bond with each other, um, and creating like this special just energy in this room at all times. It really wasn't, of course, I'm gonna go back to, of course we wanted to win, but it was really cool energy to be around.
And is there numerous events that happened in one competition day, or is it like certain events?
It was supposed to be all the same events,
Okay.
but the way they have like their seating where they like 2 placements on the losers category and the winners category, that's supposed to be flipped around to give better chances.
Okay.
It's kind of confusing, but
Yeah.
for somebody looking on the outside, it's just a lot. It's a lot to understand, but it's just basically 3 different seatings. Okay, so it's four rounds.
Yeah.
First round is
Like
a
the
regular,
matches,
yeah, the
right?
matches. Yes, the first match is the regular routine,
Okay.
and then seating 2, 3, and 4 is just you're basically getting them in their bracket. They're in the losers bracket or the winners bracket,
Okay.
and then that gives you your points.
And they do those little challenges, and then is it whoever wins the most challenges overall?
So yeah, if you're seeding, you're the winner, like you versus another team, and then you're the winner, and then this team and this team, they're the winner. Then they get in the losers, they get the winners bracket together, and then they get in the losers bracket together. They
I
get either
understand.
4 points or 3 points, and then this one gets either 2 points or 1 point. It's kind of hard to understand, but
Yeah. But it's like, I
hard
know
to
what you're
explain as
saying.
well.
Like the losers versus each other, and then the winners,
Yes.
and then whoever wins that one, then they
And then you
win.
start all
Yeah.
fresh again when you go to the next match.
Yeah.
When you go to the next match.
And then how long do these matches typically?
We have to fit this whole thing into 2 hours
Wow. Oh my
for TV
goodness.
purposes.
I'm pretty sure that
So we're moving quick.
that guy from Shark Tank was at one of the matches.
Yeah, the last one.
What do you have to kind of say of like just what this does for the sport overall?
I mean, it's amazing. It's something to look forward to for a lot of these younger athletes that are now moving up that this can be in a professional thing. I think it's gonna get there. I think it's gonna get there where people are getting paid really, really well. We're getting paid well now, but eventually I have no doubt, like if you are an amazing athlete, that you'll be getting paid just as much as LeBron James. Is that
And-
yes, man.
I love that little sports reference double check. You're representing the city of Miami, and you're also representing Top Gun Miami. So what does that kind of mean for you to like birth this new cheer league and then represent both
No,
these two
it's so
important things?
special. It's so special. I don't think a lot of people realize that Miami Metal was created off of reputation. We have no college pull. We have a reputation of this gym. And although it's not Miami Metal and Top Gun are not the same, that's how it was created. That's how all these franchises are created. They're created with the help of the whatever gym it's in the background. So we're trying to separate it, but it's just been amazing that we've been able to get such great athletes that don't live here. So these athletes are paying for their flights to come here, to train, to be part of this reputation. And honestly, we have everyone coming back this season to try out -1 because he lives 2 minutes away from the Kentucky one. So he's like, I'm going to respectfully go over there. It's 2 minutes from his house versus having to fly down here and come to our practices, which I totally understand, but we continue to have this reputation, and they still want to come back. So that's been amazing for me.
Mm. And with that note you just said, I
Yeah.
mean, Top Gun has an amazing reputation in the
Yes.
cheer world. Miami Metal, you're already seeing their reputation
Yeah.
he created. You guys are killing it at these matches. I
Yeah.
mean, I seeing it all over
Yeah.
social media. And not only that, I saw that Top Gun just bought out Maryland Twisters. So you guys are even expanding even more.
Yeah.
With that good reputation, what would you say it takes for that? Like as a coach, as a gym owner, what does it take to invest in these athletes and in a name to, you know, kind of maintain that good reputation and create amazing cheerleaders?
I mean, before we create amazing cheerleaders, we have to make sure we are creating amazing humans, and I think that's very important. We invest in our athletes. I mean, a lot of these amazing gyms do. That's why they're amazing, you know. So they're not. We're not the only ones doing that, but we are, you know, investing in these athletes outside of this, and we're also really breaking down these skills, not just saying that's not good enough, that's not, you suck, or like, we don't do that here. We break it down, and if I'm not able to break it down, I will find someone to break it down for them. Like, it's like we will get them the help in anywhere, in any aspect that they need, but they know to always be able to come to us whenever they need it.
And what would you say sets Miami Metal apart from all the other teams?
Ooh. I mean, besides having so many athletes that are from different areas, um, I don't know, Miami Metal is just so fun. There's a really, really talented group. We were able to put together so many different routines because, especially after the first match in Indy, once we all debuted our routine, watching Dallas's routine, we were like, that was really good. Like, we knew they were the team to beat. So we went out there, we got together, we all decided that we were gonna do a new routine, and we did a new, at least 3/4 of the routine we did brand new, and we ended up hitting and winning the next section at the next competition for match 1. But that just alone speaks volumes of how these athletes were really invested with each other, you know. And we've heard a lot of like little like comments from the way they're being coached in other franchises, and we don't want to be that. So
Hey, there
hey,
you go.
no tea, no shade. So
I love cheerleading.
yeah,
I love the cheer world.
yeah,
Hey, I mean that's right. You gotta create a standard
yeah,
for yourself and for your team and for your program. And when you create that standard, I feel like when people do come to the program, they already
yes,
know exactly what they're stepping into.
right,
And I mean, you are in the hot spot for
yeah.
sports. I mean, so for Miami Metal to be adding to the hub of sports here in Miami. I mean, Miami Heat, Marlins, Dolphins. Now we're gonna have a pro cheer league here. I mean, this can like turn into something really
Oh, it's going
great.
to. Yeah, it's going
I
to.
mean, even people who aren't cheerleaders know who Top Gun is. So I have a feeling that people who aren't cheerleaders are really gonna know who Miami Metal is and everything about this cheer
It's
league.
being played, like, at the airports and stuff like that. When people are about to fly out, they're able to watch, like, the pro cheer league now, and people
Mm,
are, like, sending messages, "Hey, is this what you do? Like, is that you on TV?" You know, and they're doing that. People that are not cheerleaders, like, it's gonna be huge for sure.
What's the biggest difference that you've noticed coaching traditional from pro cheer?
I mean, it's a lot of repetitions for for All-Star. We're doing a lot of reps. For professional, it's not. We're doing a lot of reps for little things like the flash pyramids, for it's just totally it is just totally different. Everything about it is different.
Is
Everything.
each event a different 2-minute and 30-second routine? Do you perform a different routine
It's
every
only
time?
2 minutes and 15 seconds. They
Okay.
cut it down by 15 seconds for TV time. I don't know if I can say
Oh,
that, but
okay.
for TV time,
Is it a different routine each time, or is it the same like you do with All Star?
whatever you want. It's up to the coaches. It's up to the There was talks about it possibly being this next year that we have to change the routine just to make it more exciting, which would be cool because we already did that. So we're professionals at changing a routine, but it's also very, not all the other franchises have an in-house choreographer, and that's literally what I do for a living.
I love that.
So it's like I
Yeah.
can change it like in a whim with Coach Greg. Coach Greg also coaches with me. He's also my best friend. So
Yeah.
we're able to change it on the dime right there.
So
I love
Miami Metal has a power team,
Oh, yeah.
powerhouse.
Oh, yeah.
You guys are a
Yeah,
powerhouse.
and then Victor and Kristen are like our parents, so it's
Yeah.
like it's crazy. Like
One big family.
One big family, yeah.
Powerhouse. I mean, sounds like you guys are a threat.
And we're fun.
And you're
Fun
fun.
threat.
You're a fun threat. I like that. Wow. So, I mean, the other thing that really stood out to me was just the wording of this is now a job. You know,
Yes.
you're getting hired for a job.
Yep.
Like if you can do the bullseye, you're getting hired for that job. If you could do a flash pyramid, you're getting hired for that job. It's now turning into what job can you get hired for? No
Yes.
longer what team are you like trying out or auditioning
Yes.
for?
And that's why it's very important for like younger athletes. And if they're hearing this, like it's really important to learn how to do every position. I've been saying this for years, but it's so important to learn. You're not just a flyer. You need to learn how to grab that full up grip and do this because you know what? You may have to use that in a pyramid when you're helping
When you're mid layer.
when you're mid layer.
Yes.
Yes.
I
And a lot of
always say
people
that.
don't realize that.
Mid-layers, you are a base in the air.
Exactly. They don't realize that. So a lot of the parents are like, my daughter's a flyer, so they'll pull her from the team. That's fine if you want to do that, but you know what? She won't be making the professional league because you need to learn how to do everything. There's people that are not going to be making it this year because they didn't learn how to do it or do something, you know, or learn how to do flipping skills. They don't want to do baskets, you know, and we're going to be, especially this season, season 2, we have a huge interest of people coming into Miami Metal. So
The other thing I feel like is really exciting people who don't know about cheerleading is the hang challenge.
oh yeah,
I think it's because of just like the, oh my gosh, I
the
can't believe
airtime.
you threw her that high up in
Mhm.
the air.
It's actually pretty dangerous.
Yeah.
Because they had us doing like a straight ride and they had us doing toe touch baskets. And some of our athletes just haven't done a toe touch basket in a long time. So there's like they would just start to flip, almost land on their neck. So it was
Oh, like lawn chair
yeah. So I think we
backwards.
kind of X that one for like the games for future reference. I
Okay.
think we kind of X the toe touch,
Mhm.
but the straight ride will keep.
Yeah.
But no, the toe touch is just too much. But
Yeah.
it's been great.
My favorite's probably the flash pyramid.
Oh yeah.
I think the bullseye is pretty, it reminds me of gymnastics a little bit,
Yeah.
which I think is cool because it's integrating the two. Like the clean,
I
stick
think
and stand.
there's gonna be like some upgrades to Flash Pyramid this year, which is
Okay.
gonna be really interesting.
Yeah.
We haven't got all the tea on it yet, but it's gonna be fun to watch.
What do you kind of want to see out of this, the pro cheer world? What if in a perfect world, if you could see it tumble into something, what would it be?
Drafting.
Wait,
Drafting. We don't have that yet. But eventually
that's
if the
cool.
money talks,
Wait, I like
people are
that.
gonna draft.
Wait, I like that.
But I don't think that will happen until people invest in it. You know what I'm saying?
No, of
Yeah.
course.
But
Yeah.
but it just can't be all of varsity. Varsity can't just
But do you
allow that
see
to
like
happen right now.
drafting out of colleges, drafting
Mark
out of
Cuban.
All-Star?
Mark Cuban.
Wait, that was
Yeah,
good. That was
sorry.
yes.
I was about to say Mark Cuban, like if I could see him, like if he
Yeah.
wanted to draft people to Dallas, then he should pay for it. You know
I
what I'm saying?
guarantee Mark Cuban's gonna buy out.
Oh, for sure,
Dallas.
for sure.
If you're listening to this, Mark Cuban, you're probably gonna buy Dallas.
Cuban.
Come out to Miami because
Mark Cuban, I do not want to move to Dallas. I'm so sorry.
No,
But the money's right.
the
I'm
drafting,
kidding.
no,
They
that
won't.
would be cool. Do you see it more of like from All-Star or from college drafting?
Oh, ooh, I don't know. Maybe for both,
Do you know
right?
what I mean?
Yeah, maybe for both.
I think with the cheer league, I would like for it to just become like a respectable sport.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
I would like it to become like a thing where people are just like cheerleading is a sport. You are a pro cheerleader, like, and I think it's so cool that they're making money now. Like all of our life,
They're making good money too.
we pay to cheer, and now that they can actually like receive it, like I'm like,
Everything you worked for, you're getting paid to train in the thing that you absolutely love.
and break down the payment a little bit. You don't have to be specific, but I know that if you win certain events,
Yeah.
you win a check and it splits. You
Yes.
don't have to mention numbers, but just to
Well, I mean, it's gonna be everyone's pays last year was all the same, but this year might be a little different, but not too far off. So it's not anything to even talk about. But the fun part is definitely the games. We get $15,000 for winning every game. I don't know if that's changing this year, but the championship is $25,000. So if you win the last game and the championship, that's 40 grand. So
Wow. What has been your favorite memory being with Miami Metal so far for their first season?
I mean, that first win, our first win was the first time anybody's ever won a pro league match, and they did not think after watching match 1 that they were gonna beat out Dallas. But we pushed, we had a great time doing it. That was my favorite memory.
Is that the
for sure.
rivalry? Like the biggest rivalry is you and Dallas?
Yeah, I think we
Yeah.
kind of held this league together right now, Dallas and Miami, in a positive way. You know, just having that positive, that healthy rivalry.
Mhm.
You know, I will always say how it is. Like they were so amazing. They were
Mhm.
great. You know.
What's just one message that you have to the cheer world and to just the love of coaching and being a part of this historic monumental chapter in cheerleading?
Oh, I'm being put on the spot. Take nothing for granted. I mean, everything life is precious, you know? Life comes and goes really just try to have fun doing what you love. I mean, this is not every day that you can do things like that, especially if you're making this a career. You're like, you don't get to do this. Like what you working a 9 to 5 is just out of the question for me. You know, I've never really worked a real job in my life, I say,
Same.
because I exactly. I literally just do cheerleading. I own cheerleading. I mean, I do cheerleading. I own my own choreography business. I co-own the pro shop for Top Gun online, you know, and then I also co-own Miami Blings with my partner, Drew Carrero. So everything I have is based on cheerleading,
Mhm.
you know, so I've never really worked a day in my life. So there's a lot of, you know, if this is something that you want to do with your life, there's a lot of things that you can do in cheerleading. You just got to find your niche and run with it.
Well, thank you so
Of
much
course.
for your time.
Of course.
Please watch the new Pro Cheer League. Support Miami Metal.
Yes.
Let them know that you are tuning in and supporting them. And I'm so excited to see what you guys do next season.
Season 2. We're
Love it.
excited.
Let's go.
Thank you.